somebody's about to get his ass acquainted with some new friends. Well, no, he won't, because we all know that he is going to get.
You guys really think so?
Yes.
He will get pardoned. The media will sweep it under the rug, because right now their main source, their main grift is, see, we don't have a two-tier justice system.
Yeah, they're trying that.
And one of the articles that is available on the website, if you go to redonkulous.com, there's numerous sources that we're not even going to be covering here. There's some historical context for this type of lawfare, so I encourage you guys to go check it all out. But the Newsweek writer was saying, like, well, see, the Republicans are all up in arms over Trump being convicted of these felonies, but Democrats aren't mad about Hunter Biden. But there's a reason for that, and I will explain to you exactly what it is. Everyone knows this motherfucker's guilty.
Yes.
So yeah, they're not going to throw a fit. However, with that being said, do you really expect us to forget the summer of love?
No.
I think they do. I think they expect a lot of us to forget you.
When a pistol whipping fucking convicted felon, multiple time convicted felon, who pistol whipped a pregnant woman and held a gun to her belly, and then he attempted to pay for some merchandise with, I believe, a counterfeit bill, which is why the cops were called, while he was blitzed off of his ass on fentanyl, which eventually led to his death. No, Derek Chauvin had nothing to do with it.
He took the fentanyl when he saw the cops coming.
Well, he was already high. And then when he saw the cops coming, he took more.
He has a history of doing that.
Yes.
Or he had a history.
I can't breathe. Well, yeah, you're having a heart attack because you decided to load your body full of a substance that causes that.
Yes.
But yeah, you totally don't throw fits when you don't get your way. Now, leftoids.
This is my take on the Hunter conviction.
Wow.
It's all gun convictions, right?
Yeah. It's the bullshit.
Listen, I am sick and tired of people getting thrown in prison over bullshit gun convictions. Like, you have a gun, you're not supposed to have a gun, 7 years. All right. First of all, the Second Amendment should apply to everyone except in egregious circumstances. All right. Like, you're murdered a bunch of people, you're a serial rapist, or you're a kid diddler, something that just can never be forgiven.
But those people shouldn't even be out.
You're right.
Yeah. This is the fucking thing. If you can't be of all of their rights, every single aspect of a right, if you can't trust the motherfucker with them, why are you letting them out?
There you go.
Yeah. I got the guy who's going to mow the grass. Hopefully he does it here shortly. Lost. He's got a felony conviction for fleeing and eluding when he was like 18.
Long time ago, though.
Yeah. He's 42 now, and they still will not allow him to have a firearm. He's never been in trouble since. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is bullshit.
No.
I got another friend who got caught with 2 keys of cocaine. He got his shit expunged, and he's got a whole gun cabinet now.
So and we would be hypocrites if we were just like, because there are some idiots out there. There's idiots on both sides of the fence on this. Like, well, he finally got what he deserved. No, he fucking didn't. This is a sacrificial lamb trial, nothing more.
In my opinion, he should get extreme chiropractic after being convicted of treason.
Yes, there are multiple examples of treason on this laptop that we know is 1,000% true because it was introduced into evidence at this trial.
Yep.
All right. Now, yeah, he's a crack-smoking son of a bitch and a kid diddler. Got it. He wasn't charged with being a kid diddler. Nope. He wasn't charged with trafficking underage hookers across state lines, which is definitely more of a felony than this. In fact, we would be hypocrites if we said that he deserved the gun charge because gun control is unconstitutional. Yeah. I don't give a fuck that he had a gun.
I don't care either. I want him to go down for kiddie porn.
I want him to go down for kiddie porn.
That shit is like what, and that's what most people should be up in arms about.
Yeah.
Especially in the left that they claim to be the champion of the women and shit like that. It's like, he's just been like kind of forcing himself on younger.
His own niece.
Nobody's like calling this shit out. Like, what the hell?
His own niece, from what I understand, was one of the youngins in the on the laptop giving him a foot massage.
What are you talking about?
A massage with her feet. The feet were not being massaged. The feet were used to massage.
So it was not a mouth hug with a head bob.
It was not. No, it was a
foot adjustment.
It was a foot doctor visit.
Doesn't matter when you're an adult with a child in that fashion.
Yeah,
you need to go down.
That's it. That there's just like that same thing with like murder and all that other. There's some stuff, and it's not even about revenge. It's just like if that's it's like a rabid dog or an animal, you're not going to rehabilitate them.
First of all, I could forgive manslaughter, homicide, and murder.
It's on the circumstance.
On the circumstance.
There's always nuance.
Like,
right.
If you come in your house, you see your wife bent over, and you carry a gun, and you instinctively pull it out and terminate the guy, and you go up for 7 to 13 years. I'll eat with you at the table. I don't care, 'cause I know you're not going to kill me.
It's all good.
Fair enough.
It's like,
fair enough.
When I was at my 20-year reunion, there was one guy who did 7-8 years for some pretty bad stuff, and nobody would sit with him. And I'm like, yeah, come over here. You shoot the Pope or rape a child. If you say no to both of those,
we're good.
there's
Yeah, we're all right.
You can sit with me any fucking time. I don't care.
He can sit right next to the Russian dude who made the dude who rap paid his daughter dig his own grave.
Oh yeah,
that dude. That is chef's kiss.
Yeah.
But he chose to do that. Remember, he ended himself
in the butt.
That's what they said. Yeah, they wrote it up. He ended himself. It's like, all right.
Hey, do you remember that doctor who got ran up for basically kid diddling the Olympic female gymnastics team?
I know who I remember.
He
that
got like 138 years in prison. Well, now he's surviving by providing sexual favors.
Karma's a bitch. I don't poke her.
No,
you never poke the bitch.
No, don't.
It's a very bad idea.
Don't. Yeah,
I've had worse ideas, but that's a pretty bad one.
I don't know. I can't say I feel sorry for him, but it is what it is. And you know what? Don't let him out.
Oh. Well, he's 130 years. You're never getting out. This is not happening.
You could start a bingo club.
You just find purpose.
I don't know. That's some savage shit right there, in my opinion.
This whole thing is just, it's so transparent.
Yeah.
This whole, the timing of this is not coincidental. And it's even if it was, let's just say it all lines up, okay? It's apples to oranges. These are bullshit felonies.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, actually, that part of it is correct. It shouldn't be illegal for Hunter Biden to own a gun.
No.
And it wasn't a felony what Donald Trump allegedly did, even though the only crime that was admitted to in that courtroom was Michael Cohen's crime of embezzling $30,000 from the Trump Foundation. Everything else, there was no crime.
Well, period.
And they're artificially upgraded misdemeanors in the first place. Nobody's been prosecuted for this before as a felony.
Yes, you're correct. But it's absolutely ludicrous that you're going to criminally charge the CEO of a corporation for something an accountant and a lawyer did 4 or 5 tiers below you. That's why you have middle management.
Wait, I guarantee you that Trump never even saw those books that allegedly had some impropriety.
And it's not illegal to pay someone off.
No, but if you're a business owner of any sort and you're hiring lawyers and accountants and stuff like that, you're hiring people you trust. You're not, and you're hiring it to save time and expedite stuff. You're not. I trust the people I work with. I'm not going to do that. So, it's a lot of it doesn't. There's no logic behind a lot of it.
Yep.
But hey, what do you know? That's
a new thing. You're expecting logic from the media.
Know. I got to stop that. I'm setting myself up.
It doesn't work out well. No.
And also, we got to stop playing by the rules because they're not.
Yeah, they're absolutely not.
The right needs to start playing outside the rules because that is what the left is doing.
Yeah.
If you want to have any chance of balancing out this chaotic equation, you have to get down in the weeds just like the left is doing.
Yep.
So how do we justify going round for round like that morally?
Well, okay. At some
point, you just have to accept.
You're going to have to set aside morals
at some point.
It's not about morality at this point. It's about saving our asses.
And I think it's at that point, you're getting past that Rubicon nowadays.
Yes.
So
and that's why our Congress just pisses me off so much because you've got true believers on both sides, but the vast super majority, they all just work together. And one side is truly evil, and the other side just loves to lose.
They're oblivious.
And they're cowards.
I would say that is correct.
That's the biggest one. They don't want to say shit.
Ugh.
Listen, we're gonna
Don't
get to
call
the-
me a racist.
We're going to have to get to the point where people are like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go along with this anymore. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's why I will not play along with the true and mental illness
I
stuff.
will not either.
No, I'm not going to call you a chick just because you want me to call
The
you
best
a chick.
that we'll do is call you dudette.
Yeah, like I'm not going to, I wouldn't agree with a schizophrenic if they told me that aliens were trying to bore a hole through their skull while they're sleeping at night either. I would get them psychiatric care because that's what they need.
But
If you expect me to believe something that is obviously not empirical reality, I'm not going to play along.
Well, what about the individuals who want to get body parts cut off for their identity? Now, it's totally good if you want to get zipper
Sure.
tits and get a poop wound put in. Right?
Once you're an adult, you could do whatever the fuck
I don't
you
give a
want.
shit what you do. Like even like the whole drug shit with Hunter, it's like I don't even drink alcohol.
There's a
But
bunch of
you wanna-
doctors out there.
But do your shit you fucking want.
There's an actual mental illnesses where you like want to have parts of your body cut off for no reason. Most doctors are like, no, you're having a mental illness.
That's called dysphoria or body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
I've always said that. Like you go into the emergency room and tell the doctor there, like, hey, I don't feel like I identify with 4 appendages. Cut this shit off. They're gonna be like, all right, let's come up to this 6th floor
totally.
ward.
That's right. You're going to the 6th floor.
That's what's gonna happen. It's not gonna be like, let's get this round of like fucking like it's like a hospice journey or some bullshit.
Yes.
You know, so
I don't know.
I mean, if you want to do what you want to do and it's like it's not like directly affecting me, and that goes back to that whole like Sigma thing you're talking about, like let me do my thing. If it's not in I'm not interfering with you. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just saying don't be coming into my house because I'm not going into yours.
That's right.
You know? So
all right. Gun-toting convict.
Oh yeah, this is the media's cope now. Media pretend a gun-toting addict's conviction legitimizes legal gymnastics of get Trump lawfare. I knew that this was what this was about the
Correct.
entire time.
Yeah.
And like I said, the timing is not coincidence. We knew in 2020 by early 2021 they were already legitimizing pieces of the information that were on this laptop.
Yes.
The only reason they waited until now is because they were like, oh, people are actually paying attention to the Trump trial and everyone knows it's bullshit. They can smell it from a mile away. We need to figure out something that'll divert their attention away and make them believe that all of this persecution is totally on the level.
Well,
that's all this is.
The laptop guy, the guy that the repair shop, I wondered if they sued him or charged him criminally.
Isn't it amazing
where's
how
he at?
I don't know.
He was New York, I believe. But isn't it amazing that Hunter Biden takes his laptop to this place to get repaired? He abandons it.
Yes.
Kind of like a diary.
Yes.
Being left at a rehab facility was abandoned. Shop owner doesn't get charged, but a woman who finds an abandoned diary gets charged with theft for a diary that allegedly didn't exist.
Well, first of all, I hope there are some attorneys out there who will come to that lady's aid because that is 110% fucking wrong.
I am amazed that they got that put through, but it must have been. Well, I mean, look at what just happened to Trump, though. I mean, if they can fuck him, they can definitely fuck that woman.
I've been watching the trial out of Georgia about that rap group thing, the RICO trial thing.
Yeah.
Oh, with Youngblood, that is fucked up.
That judge is.
That is so beyond, and like, because like the guy that they have down there, he's like, and I don't want to like speak ill, but you know, of a personality and all that, but he's known for being affiliated with certain types of like lifestyle behaviors that it's not like unreasonable to be in the position he is currently at. But that is wrong.
Yeah,
that is some very just beyond tyrant shit.
Oh yeah,
right there that happened.
Listen, when that is becoming more pervasive, and when enough people say this is fucking tyranny, communist horse shit, I am not going along with this anymore. It's going to get out of control.
We need to see jury nullification like across the board.
Yes,
for all these bullshit lawfare trials.
It's getting to the point where if I get picked for a jury and I look at all the charge sheet, and I'm like, really? All right, we're charging 3 different times for the same shit. I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll go along with it. And I will do my best to either make a mistrial or a not guilty verdict with prejudice. That when you do that with prejudice, you have a very good chance of actually opening it up to the people who charged you with that to get civilly sued.
That was very cherry picked. That judge wasn't even in the rotation.
Yep.
He was hand picked and selected. I believe it's even out of his like normal types of venues and practice or something. But I know he wasn't in the rotation. And basically, the instructions that you give, like it's almost like the jury itself was duty bound to nullify, and none of them did. Not even one.
Yeah,
that tells me it was stacked.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, I mean, look at what happened in New York too. That's another thing, like the media pretending that this somehow, nullifies the two-tier justice system thing is complete ass hattery, because the judge saying, well, you don't all have to agree for us to convict, when that's literally the constitutional guarantee of a jury trial.
An automatic mistrial,
and not
it should be automatic mistrial.
But that scares me too, though, that not one person on that jury sat back in legitimate fear, because that shit should scare people to be like, dude, you guys realize just what the hell happened and what this judge did?
What we're seeing is the result of no civics classes in
none.
high school.
No civics classes. No.
I went to high school. I got all kinds of civics classes. I'm not an expert on the Constitution, but I know keep your mouth shut. For a criminal conviction, everyone on the jury has to be unanimous.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know this, but these people obviously didn't. No, in my opinion.
Oh, they knew it. They just didn't care.
Yeah, that's why they were picked. And and that guy and that kid in Atlanta, what happened there? Like that shit. Like where's all the Black Lives Matter groups for that one?
They don't care.
That's insane. That a
Black
judge will do that.
Grift. Black Lives Matter doesn't give a shit about black lives. If they did, they would be campaigning against black abortions and single parent homes.
If there was really concern, people would be in that Atlanta area. All the picketers and protesters and sign carriers and all that, they would be out there protesting. Like, I mean,
what we're seeing is a lawfare mission creep. They're getting away with it at the president level.
Yeah,
and it's literally going to come down the entire system until it starts happening for bullshit here in your local city. They've been doing it for decades in family fucking court.
Yep.
I knew it was going to spill over to everything else. This is absolute monkey flipping horse shit. Right
you
there.
Ain't kidding.
All right, I'm sorry, I went off.
And when you don't teach civics, and you punish people speaking out, like people are legitimately, they're not going to know what their rights are.
Yes.
Well, that's why, like you were saying, that's why you stop teaching civics. If people do not understand how this country works, they don't know what their rights are.
Yes, you're absolutely correct.
I mean, they don't even understand how their own votes work in California. You remember when the Kung Flu first debuted and the lockdownerism, started coming in? In California, I mean, the number of cordless hole punchers being purchased was through the roof everywhere. And people in California were getting pissed because they thought that the reality was you just walk in there, no background check, no nothing, whatever. Guns are so easy to get. That's why we have such a problem with gun violence. And now it's like, I got to wait like a month or 30 days or sometimes 90 days for a fucking
investigation.
What? Like, yeah, you're discovering the results of your own policies, you dumb mother fornicators. You did this to yourselves. You took away your own rights for the illusion of safety offered to you by a bunch of people who want to abuse you.
You can wake up and trip and hit your head and be done.
Yes.
When you wake up in the morning. Like brain aneurysms. People don't even know. It's just God, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Well, Joe Biden's had like 3 of them.
Well,
there you go.
When I got wounded in Iraq, I had a very serious TBI with a minor stroke.
Yeah. Ooh. So
I understand that shit.
Luckily,
I was young and I was able to pull out of it, but
and the older you get, the harder it is to heal your body. That's the only thing you
ever pulled out of.
Yeah. But I still have horrible effects to this day. Like every single day, I'm awake. I have insects crawling on my face. I have some level of headache.
The Orkin man.
Yeah. I have some level of pain, a headache.
Yeah.
Every day.
Pressure and all that.
2 or 3 migraines a week. That I'm fucked. I literally, this is all I can do is talk a bunch of shit. I can't really work.
Well, fortunately, we're pretty good at that.
Yeah.
And it's useful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, it's saved 547 dudes from
And I'm just
self-deletion.
fucking
We're just fucking around.
If I had actually had funding and the ability to get out in front of much
Let's
more
be honest,
people-
Pop. If you were a cute chick
Yes.
who didn't mind putting a little cleavage on display, we could be saying and doing the exact
Anything
same
we
shit,
want.
and we would have 3 million subscribers
And
by now.
That is why I went to talk on Pearly Things, show.
Yes.
How'd
To
that
get us
go?
in front of 2 million
It
people.
went well. I'm just waiting. I'm going to text her and see or send her an email, find out when it's going to be released.
Damn it.
And a lot of people got all pissed off. And I'm like, listen, I am in the business of keeping the gun out of people's lives, keeping you north of the fucking grass.
Yeah.
And let's be completely honest. The media already hates a community like ours enough.
Oh, God, we're horrible.
Infighting does not fucking help. So stop with the no true Scotsman bullshit. If that's your bag, there's a door somewhere in your house. Go walk out of it.
Yeah, I got you. But, that's the thing, though, is
when you're basically creating your own subset of an economy and culture, and it goes against, they're not gonna like that too much.
Well, the 33 years I was in the military, I saw the suicides and the deaths happening. I didn't know it at the time, but I was on the front lines of the culture war in its beginnings. And I just got to the point where we're having a suicide stand down once a month or once every other month. Nothing happening. The numbers not going down. The military hired an army of counselors and head doctors, and they did TT, absolutely nothing. And I am just one dude with a smart mouth, with experience talking to people who are terrified, morally broken, panicking, everything, getting them to stay on mission, focus, and get the job fucking done. And I did it all with comedy. All with comedy.
How it goes, man.
Yeah.
Smart mouth and a dumb ass.
Here's the story. I've said this before. We're doing an airborne operation in RIP, Ranger Indoctrination Program. We're in Georgia. It is spring. I am looking at the sky, and it's clear blue here. There's a line in the fucking sky. It's lime green over here with basically bowl clouds.
That's bad.
Where they're about to form tornadoes. I have a parachute on, and they're telling me to get on the C-130.
No!
And I'm looking at the instructor going, you understand I have a death wing on my back here? And if, worst comes worst, get on the fucking bird. So me and a couple guys, we mimic like we're smoking a bong. We're like, I'll jump the lightning. Everyone starts laughing. We get in the bird, and yes, we fucking execute the drop. Insane.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.